Happy Thursday, Sooner Nation. Welcome to the Sooner Surge. It's the podcast that tells it like it is. Thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate it. You see the title here. There has been a lot of hype surrounding Oklahoma, Jay, in the past 2-3 months. I know you were talking to me earlier about Pollock and company. Just a lot of people are buying in right now to the hype for Oklahoma. A lot of people love what the defense has done. Brent Venables talked about it yesterday at SEC Media Days. He probably used the word build, and not just him. R. Mason Thomas did as well. Build. We're building something. Got to build it. Well, this is probably his last year to build it because if he doesn't build it right now, his time's going to be done. There's a lot of people, Jay, nationally, maybe even more so than locally, really hyped on OU. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. And we're going to open up the phone lines early, and we're going to do something a little different tonight, Jay. What's up?
What's going on, man? I mean, I know we're going to talk about the hype, and is it real? And it could be real.
The hype is real.
What's that? The hype is real, but is it going to lead to the results that a lot of people are saying? We'll see. I'll say this. Every day that gets closer to the opening game, I feel like I'm feeling better about this team. And that happens every year with me. But, I mean, just look at the offseason. What is one thing they had to get? What one position they had to get?
Quarterback. They got it.
They got the best one in the portal. So, yeah. And I was watching David Pollock. It was a live show tonight. He was doing with somebody. Brent, I can't remember his last name. They were breaking down a bunch of the SEC teams, talking about Oklahoma specifically. And they believe that Oklahoma's offense will make the biggest jump in the nation as far as where they were last year. And they were saying that's if they're just decent on offense, because that's how bad they were last year on offense. So we'll see.
Hey, I see, Drew, appreciate the birthday wishes. Appreciate it very much. Thanks for that.
You.
Jay Johnson says, what are the must-win games? You know my thoughts on must-win games, guys. I mean, the next one in front of you is a must-win game. When none of them are guaranteed, now the ones they cannot lose, you cannot lose Auburn at home, Missouri at home, Ole Miss at home. Can't lose them. Cannot.
No, you can't afford to.
Yeah. The Wishbone story, I know Hunter was watching it, said it's pretty intriguing. I haven't watched it yet, but it does look very intriguing.
Hey, but 918, I'm saying Beck was already at Miami. He had pretty much already, I think, gone to Miami before Mateer. But I see what you're saying. Most important game of the year. I think that could be true there.
That's false because SEC games are more important. But now that could be true for the fact that it's going to make or break as far as confidence wise.
It's so important early.
I think it's a must win for OU.
I mean, it's not must, but
I'm not going to say most important game of the season because I don't know how the season pans out.
Oh, okay. I was wrong. Mateer committed before Beck. Okay. Yeah, I guess you're right. Now that you brought it to my attention. So yeah. But yeah, they got Mateer. They got the guy they wanted. They got Arbuckle. I think when you have Arbuckle and Mateer together, that's probably better than getting Beck with Arbuckle. Like somebody at least knows the offense and stuff. But we'll see, man. A lot of people hype this year. It's funny because last year there wasn't the national hype. And a lot of us OU fans weren't believing the national hype. We're like, no.
There was some hype last year nationally.
What?
There was hype last year.
A lot of people picked OU to win 7 games last year.
That's what the over-under is right now, Jay. It's the same line as last year, Jay.
I'm not talking about the over-under. I'm talking about the national people are picking them to be a lot better than 7 wins this year. I mean, I've heard multiple people say multiple known people say 9-3, where those same people last year I think were picking 7 wins. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and I did not listen to Center Cowboy. I didn't listen to under 40, unofficial 40. Tell me what I need to hear from there. Greatest wishbone quarterback in my mind, Jamel Holloway. Charles Thompson was right there as well. He was the lead as well, but I'm going with Jamel Holloway.
Jamel. And I am recording Wishbone as well. I'm going to watch it later, probably after the live show. I might get on there.
Johnson, Johnson, you heard Mateer. He said he's embracing it. He is wanting to play against the best, and he says bring it. So we're gonna find out. I do think he's got legs to complement the arms. And look, to me, the scheme's gonna help. Knowing that he's gonna get the ball out earlier, guys are gonna be a little more open. So maybe doesn't have to fit it in a tight window necessarily. Jeremy's got.
A lot of people are saying why. A lot of people are saying, like, hey, I want to get back to Sooner Cowboy. Is there something that we missed? I know you're asking if we watched. Is there something we missed that you want to share or anything? I mean, I didn't see it yet, so I'd have to go watch it. I don't know if there's something I need to go listen for. But yeah, let me know. But yeah, Jeremy, you want to go and open the phone lines now? How's this going to work tonight?
Yeah, first, Saban's not going to go back to coaching. I heard
I actually think he will.
I heard someone say Terry was not going to allow it. So, and here's how it's going to work tonight. You get 30 seconds. When we want a lot of callers tonight, and we want you to answer the questions that's on the title of this video. Are you believing the hype and buying it, or are you not believing it? You're selling that hype. Are you believing the hype or are you not? But you can't just say I'm believing it or I'm not believing it. You got to back it up with something. So I'm believing the hype because of this reason, or I'm not believing the hype for this reason, and then you're done. If you're over 30 seconds, we're removing you. We're for tonight. We want several people to call in and say, here's why we believe the hype, or here's why we're not. So the phone lines are there. Check out the Fan Stop at thefanstop.com. Sign up for your Shirt of the Month club. Use code SURGE. Get 10% off your first 3 months. Do it by July 20th, which is Sunday. You'll get the August Shirt of the Month club right there in front of you. You see it on the screen. Again, I'm calling everyone out who doesn't usually call in because I want to hear from you. We all want to hear from you. Hey, face the fear if it's a fear. You hit allow on your camera and mic. You won't be seen, but you will be heard, and you'll get to explain why you are hype and believing it or why you are not buying the hype. Let's go. Fill up the phone lines right
now. Okay, Sooner Cowboy says, Eddie and Kerry were just talking about how they were signs of bad offense with Jackson on his character and how they practiced, they went to win. How the practice went, I think is what they're saying. But what's crazy is you didn't hear a lot about that, did you? I mean, I think there was some people saying, yeah, I don't know if this. Well, I think what you did hear from OU Insider and some of those people that can get into practices, there were a lot of times they were saying, seems like the defense was kind of dominating. I do remember that. So,
and you're not hearing that right now. R. Mason Thomas, Jay. R. Mason Thomas is talking about how difficult it is to defend the offense because of how much energy they have. Again, you got 30 seconds.
I have a stopwatch.
Jay's got a stopwatch. You got 30 seconds. Believing the hype and why, or not believing it and why you're not believing it. Here we go. Sooner fan is first.
What's up, Sooner fan?
What's up, guys? I am not believing the hype for one simple reason. Because I've been disappointed too many times in the past. How many times is it, oh, this team's going to be great. We've got Baker. We've got Kyler. Oh, we're unstoppable on offense. And we don't win anything. Until OU proves me differently, I am not believing the hype. That's all I got.
Appreciate it, Sooner fan. Great
Excellent.
Call.
That's the way to
28 seconds. He was dead on. That's how it's done, guys.
That's how it's done. That's the first call of the night. That's going to be tough to top. And basically, Sooner fan says, because of prior experiences, I can't believe the hype. And that's a great point.
And you know what else?
What?
He's pretty passionate. I like
Pretty passionate. Love it. I'd love to hear from Sooner fan more often. Let's get to the next one. Colin, what's up?
What's up? First question before I start. What do we mean by believe the hype? Like,
are they going to be as good as a lot of people are saying?
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's hard to be worse than what we were last year. We can only go up.
Correct.
Okay, there it is.
Good job, Colin. You stayed under the 30, so you're
Jay,
good.
That's valid too. To say that I'm going to believe the hype because it can't be worse than last year. Yeah.
Here's the thing. Now, Ron says they can be worse. I don't think they can be offensively. I don't see how you could be. They couldn't even. they were running trick plays with Bauer Sharp multiple times a game. It seemed like at some point it wasn't good. So
now we did keep hearing this last year on this show. Even we would sit here and on this show say it can't get worse, and then Missouri happened. It can't get worse, and then Navy happened.
That's what I'm saying. Is this hype real?
The hype is real, whether or not you believe it. Yeah, good call so far, Johnson. Again, check out the Fan Stop, thefanstop.com. This is my March Shirt of the Month Club from the Fan Stop, locally owned company, great people, amazing designs each and every month. Sign up for the Shirt of the Month Club. Do it quickly so you can get that August Shirt of the Month Club. As you saw earlier, football designs right around the corner, and you can choose the package. If you want long sleeves, a package that has some of those or hoodies, coming your way. Get on there, get on their site and check it.
Hey, let me ask you this while we're waiting on the next batch of callers here. Where are you at, Jerm, on the hype?
I'm believing the hype.
And why?
I've got two reasons. They added what you said earlier. They added the quarterback who I think has the, quote, it factor. That's don't even talk about count it factor. And the second thing is their defense is going to be special. Their defense is going to be special.
Yeah, I think the defensive line specifically is going to be really good. I think I think you also got to define the question. I believe the hype. What would record-wise would that hype be, you think? I've seen a lot of people picking them about 5th in the SEC. Do you think that's about right?
Yeah, and if it is, Jay, it's probably Texas, Bama, Georgia, LSU, and OU at that point. So
I've seen a lot of people having them around 5. Until I see Mateer succeed in the SEC, I'll be cautiously. I think that's where I'm at. I'm kind of with Perryman here. I'm like starting to believe it, but I can't put it on paper yet.
Fair.
That's fair.
Again, we had 2 calls tonight, both under 30 seconds, which is what you got to do tonight. You've got to tell us if you believe the hype and why, or if you don't and why. Make it short, but make it sweet. Bring some passion and energy.
Hey, the other thing is this. Game 1 will not change your mind on if you're going to believe the hype. Now, what will change your mind? Let's just say game 2. If they go out there game 2 and win by a decent margin and beat Michigan, then are you bought in completely as a fan? Are you thinking, okay, this, and specifically if the offense is good, I think that would, I think the measure, I think game 2 is such a big game, Jeremy. I know you said earlier something, it is, but it's a matter.
When did I say it wasn't a big game, dude?
I thought you said it doesn't matter.
You don't even listen. I said it's not. I can't say it's the most important game of the year yet.
Well, I kind of think it might be.
Until the next week, and then you'll think that one's the most important. That's my point. I can't stand it when people talk about must win, most important. Until the next game, the one in front of you is most important. Maybe it's because I coached. I don't know.
Modern Professionals, what's up? Says SEC play every week is a grind. It's hard to win 8 games a year consistently. Got to be elite to get to 9. 9's going to be tough. I mean, with that schedule, it's going to be. You have to be really good. Is 9-3 believing the hype? I say yes. I mean, Chester, if you're picking 9-3, I think you're believing the hype.
Yeah, you're believing the hype, Chester. Hey, Jay, you saw Mez post what R. Mason Thomas said about John Mateer. He's just different. He's got the it factor. That people are saying things about him that they haven't said about Jackson Arnold or anyone like that. So, or Dylan Gabriel. It wasn't said about DG.
Hey, 9-3 does not guarantee you in the playoff.
And David's right. It doesn't, Jay. But with OU's schedule, you'd have to think it's pretty good. Hey, I can tell you this right now. Anyone who's sitting on this show right now and is going to say they got to wait till the SEC to believe the hype, I'm calling you a liar. Now, I'm not meaning it in a personal way or anything like that, but you are. Because like David says, the minute if OU just routes Michigan, there is not a single OU fan who's going to say, well, I just don't know yet. I find that hard to believe. I think Sooner fans are going to be all in, getting so pumped up after that game.
Hey,
it's going to be like Johnson against Bama from the goalpost, calling in.
Hey, I don't want to go off topic, but I gotta kind of go talk about with Sooner Thron here about this 9-3 get you in, guys. Let's just say OU loses 3 games and say the 3 losses are Texas, LSU, and Alabama. they're probably not they're probably not getting in. And here's why. Texas is probably not losing 3 games with their schedule in the SEC. So they're going to be ahead of OU. Georgia, OU doesn't play Georgia. So if Georgia doesn't lose 3 games, they're going to be ahead of OU. LSU and Alabama would have beaten OU. If they lose 3 games head to head is over OU. It does not guarantee 9-3 does not guarantee you anything in this conference. I'm just telling
you. I didn't say guarantee, Jay.
The conference is going to be so jam-packed at the top, just like it was last year. They wouldn't have got in at 9-3 last year.
No, and Brando, it may get you in the playoffs. It may not. Nothing's guaranteed. We saw it last year. Nothing's guaranteed unless you're 10-2. 10-2 guarantees it. 6-0 Chevy. I know we talked last night. The wait and see crowd does
not mean
in the world does wait and see scream fair weather, dude. Huh? It's called being a realist. I guess so. What you're saying is the non-wait and see crowd, which may be what you are. You don't want to wait and see. Then I'm going to call you a homer. Then.
No, I think what he's saying is basically to be a real fan, you have to believe 12-0 every year.
That's what I'm saying. So that's a homer, Jay. Call in. You got 30 seconds when you do. Tell us why you're believing the hype or why you're not. I've already said I'm believing the hype because of Mateer and the defense. I'm believing the hype. But waiting and seeing does not scream fair weather. Waiting and seeing, just like Sooner fan the first caller night, it screams OU fans who have been hurt in the past by prior experiences. Obviously, that's your reaction would be wait and see, dude. That's no there. And Dalpos agrees with 6-0.
I think if you're waiting to see, that doesn't. First off, anybody that's on this show right now and saying wait and see, the fact that you're on a live show 45 days before a game proves to me that you're a fan of the team. I don't. That's what you are. I don't care what you're. People have opinions.
And you can say 11-1 or 10-2.
What did you say? Hey, real quick, 6-0. What did you say last year? Because I know Mess is on here. I think Mess said 12-0 last year.
But I think there's a misunderstanding of this point, Jay. Wait and see. Look, I want OU to go 12-0. But wait and see, to me, I'm just cautiously optimistic because I want to see a team who is so bad offense. I want to see the new players. I want to see. But I've got them 8-4, 9-3. I haven't picked yet. Now, Jay, last year, 6-0 Chevy had him 10-2.
So he was off by 4 games.
Correct.
So what but maybe in 6-0, maybe you pick 10-2 every year, and that's fine. You can do that as a fan. I can do that as a fan. I can also, if I want to say, man, I'm believing the hype, but I want to wait and see what they do against Michigan. That doesn't mean I'm a fair weather fan. That's all. That's the only point.
Looked like we had Johnson on the line, but it popped off real quick. So maybe he'll join us back. I got to ask 6-0 Chevy something. Can I be it? Am I an OU fan if I pick him to go 8-4? Are you saying that's not an OU fan or a fair weather fan? Or you're saying if I say wait and see? I'm going to give a prediction, but I'm waiting to see before I'm just totally all in yet. I'm all in. I'm all in as a fan, 100%.
When are you giving your prediction for the record this year?
I'm 8-4 to 9-3 is where I'm at. I think they may be 8. I think they probably are going to be 8-3 going into LSU. That's where I'm at. So and I think I'm going to pick them against LSU. So 9-3.
Who's fence riding?
I'm not fence riding.
I don't know who's.
I'm not fence riding. Yeah.
So you got 8-3 going into LSU, and it's a kind of a swing game.
That's what I have, and I think they'll probably win with all the things on the line, maybe, and that'd be 9-3. But
I think that's a legitimate prediction.
I think both teams will be 8-3 going into that game. I think that game could tell who's going to the playoff.
It very well could. Can you imagine that game there in Norman?
Oh, unreal, man! Unreal excitement, unreal atmosphere. If that was the case.
Oh, that would be. And you got possibly at that point might have two of the better quarterbacks in the SEC with Mateer and Nussmeier going at it.
I'm going to put the phone lines link in here again because we want 30-second calls where you say why you hyped, why you're believing the hype, and why. And if you aren't believing the hype and why, it's got to be under 30 seconds. You get booted. Give us a call and check out the Fan Stop at thefanstop.com. Get your Shirt of the Month club. No one on our schedule. Hey,
who does he got beating him 10-2? Who do you got beating OU at 10-2? I'm curious, and you can call in if you want. I'm just curious, who do you have beating OU at 10-2? I would probably guess. I don't know.
We've got to understand something too, though. Scares me. I mean, I don't even know. I don't go into a game being scared as an OU fan.
No, I mean, Kansas with Bean didn't scare me 2 years ago after beating Texas.
Somehow they didn't scare me.
They lost that game though. Hey, I'm
for me. What scares me is OU themselves. It's not really the opponent necessarily.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with 6-0 Chevy on. There's not many returning quarterbacks. I agree with you there, 6-0, that there are, and Chester said that quite a bit on this show as well, that a lot of teams are going to be facing haven't had any quarterback that's played much in the SEC. So there is that, and I agree with you there. But
hey, the wait and see mindset of Sooner fans, who 6-0 Chevy's calling it fair weather fans, I think it's just a trust issue. Jay, if you asked me something and said, "Hey, Jerm, how are you feeling about this upcoming event?" I'm like, "Wait and see, man. We'll wait and see." There's usually a trust thing. That's what it is with OU fans. And it goes back to what Sooner fans said tonight. It's a trust thing. And it's within OU. It's not really what Alabama's got or LSU has or Georgia has or Texas has or anyone. It's what does OU not have? Or do they have what they need? All those things. Speaking of Fan Stop, we got them on the line. Let's get them in here.
What's up, Fan Stop?
Hey, Jason, Jeremy, how you doing?
Good. You?
Oh, ready for this football season.
Right.
Why do I believe the hype? We have an offense and a quarterback, and we went 6-6 with an inept offense last year. That was terrible. We don't realize how bad their offense was.
It was bad.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
So you're bought in.
Somewhat. I'm kind of probably 9-3 mark. I don't know who the losses will be, but that's where I assume that it will be.
I got him there too, and that's a good reason to believe the hype. Just like second caller said, you compare it to last year. I mean, so
yeah,
why would you not be? Hey, thanks.
Well, all right, see you later. And Boomer Sooner ready for football season.
That's
Heck
right.
Yeah,
appreciate
it. We
Kevin.
texted earlier today, Jay, or maybe it was yesterday. He texted me about just watching the SEC Media Days. Man, how can you not get hype? And then I saw Lee Corso on the ESPYs. With the band up there, man. It's here, man. It is here. It's going to be August right around the corner, so cannot wait. Let's see. Jerm, we went from being dominant. Now every game is a maybe. Got to cut us some slacks. Yeah, I agree with you. Daniel says, I don't knock the wait and see fans. It's similar to the Cowboys fans feel they've been burned enough times, therefore they want to wait and see if the team is for real. Now, yeah, and it's not waiting. It's not this. I'm a fair weather fan. Okay, let me clarify something. Fair weather fan would say, I'm going to wait and see if I'm rooting for him. That's fair weather fan.
Yeah, you're rooting for him.
What we're saying, and what a lot of OU fans are saying, I'm waiting to see until I'm all in on believing that team's going to be for real. They're still going to root for the team to win every game, and they're going to be so hyped, but fair weather fan is not what we're implying here.
Hey, we got another caller. We got Johnson on the line, and you have 30 seconds. What's up, Johnson?
Hey, there's three things you cannot believe the hype. Unproven offensive line, wide receiver still issues, and Brent Venables is still on the sidelines. Out, baby.
That's a good call there too. Hey, you know why?
Because that was 10 seconds. You got
10 seconds for Johnson. He said his piece and left. Hey, Jay, you can't argue with what he said. Unproven offensive line is a fact.
Yeah, I mean,
right? Wide receiver room, we don't know. Fact. BV is still on the sideline. Fact. They're all facts. Now, hopefully the BB on the sideline has learned some things, but we won't know until we, guess what? Wait and see.
What about this when you bring up the O-line? Because I think the O-line can make major improvements.
Oh, I do too, Jay. I think they will be much improved.
But I also see the same side where you're like, well, I don't know. I think, going in last year, we did a couple of videos. The O-line is just unknown. I remember that term, unknown, into the unknown. And this year too, some of it's unknown. I think the talent's better. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And hearing Nagy talk the other day, he had some NFL guys call him and say, man, you guys got a lot of talent on that roster compared to the year before. So, that a lot of positives looking at OU right now. 9-3, there's a lot of people starting to pick 9-3 nationally. And Jerm, you mentioned some of the games there, and you look at it, 3 losses going into LSU. I think even if you pick 8-4, that could be the same situation where you're 8-3 going in that last game. So
exactly. Now, and what he said was true. Hey, Mez says OU has a starting quarterback from Wazoo who brought his OC and quarterback coach. Correct. And by the way, Jay, he talked a lot about the quarterback coach the other day, mentioned it. I don't think we are giving bringing him in enough credit. I think it's going to be huge, especially looking at how bad it was. Respectfully, OU was used to dominating the Cupcake Conference. SEC is not that. Heck, Vandy's going to shock the nation a few times this year. Watch and see. Maybe now we go from wait and see to watch and see. Hey, is talent good enough with this schedule? Defensively, it is. Offensively, that's the question.
Well, the offense is going to be a lot better.
And Chevy has a question for Jay Johnson. Texas O-line is unproven. So are their wide receivers and D-line. Yet
their schedule in the SEC is easier, though.
Yeah, their schedule's easier.
And they've been to back-to-back playoffs.
Back-to-back playoffs. So these guys that have, again, why is it always got to be compared to Texas?
I'm not comparing to Texas.
Has anyone even mentioned Texas on here? Did Johnson even mention Texas?
I don't think so.
I didn't think he did.
I don't know why people, nationally, a lot of people have Texas going to the playoff again, do they not?
Oh, Paul Feinbaum said it's it's, in his opinion, the only consistent.
Paul Feinbaum is giddy over Texas. He is all in on that team. All in.
What's your guys in a percentage of the offense?
Wait, you're going to know a lot about Texas early on too. Early on. You'll know.
Hey, I agree. Texas sucks. It's 9:57 and Texas sucks. I can say that, but
I can
also know that they're going to be pretty good in football this year.
Yeah, that doesn't mean I've said that before, and people say I'm not an OU fan if I say that. So I don't know. I've been called out for that. What's your guys in a percentage on the offense?
I don't know what that question means.
Now Daniel says
he thinks this schedule could be more logos than actually being good. Now here's what I'll say. LSU guys, Nussmeier we know is legit. That's not an unproven commodity. LSU I think is for real. Texas, as Platoon 20 said, their offense unknown, defense is going to be top 5, 6. But let's talk about other logos. Bama, I think Simpson will be way better than Jalen Milroe was, though. I really do.
Who do you have as the 3 toughest games on the schedule?
Texas, at Tennessee, and at Bama.
Over LSU? You just said LSU's the real deal.
I like that it's OU. LSU's the better team. LSU's the better team.
My toughest 3 games will be Texas, LSU,
South Carolina,
and Alabama.
To me, I think a lot of people are way too hype on Shane Beamer right now. Now, I like Lenore Sellers a lot, but for me, South Carolina has been known to have issues when it matters.
A lot of people are saying South Carolina.
I know they are, Jay.
But if you look at last year, they destroyed OU up front.
Their defense is really good too, Jay. They got some guys.
They destroyed OU up front. Now OU's young up there and injured last year. It was a different ball game, but
Texas and Bama for sure. are two of the toughest of games. Every game is winnable, and lots of them are losable, Medrano.
Well, that's what it's going to come down to this year. It's what it comes down to the last few years. Close games. There's going to be a lot of close games.
Hey, we're going to be on here 15 more minutes tonight. The phone lines are open. Let me go and put it back in there in case you want to call in. You got 30 seconds when you call in, okay? And you got to tell us why you believe the hype or why you don't. You got 30 seconds. We've got some great calls tonight from people. Let's keep it rocking and rolling. Check out the Fan Stop and sign up tonight for the Shirt of the Month Club.
Right.
Use code SURGE, 10% off. You'll get a new shirt with a new design each and every month.
That's right. Why is anyone high on the fact Texas lost 12 players in the NFL starting quarterback? Well, a lot of people thought Arch should have been playing over Quinn Ewers last year. That's probably why you're not hearing a lot of the quarterback stuff. But I understand your point, Mess. But
Mez, because their roster is literally that deep, they can just plug and play. They have recruited well. Yeah, they have.
Now I agree with they can plug and play, but that doesn't always equal like you're going to have a game changer to make a big time play. I mean, Arch, I like Arch a lot. I've been on here and said that, but I also think he is going to have some games this year where he struggles. I believe that. I just think that's with any young quarterback, when you get into specifically SEC play, it's different in the situation you're in. And I think there's going to be some games that maybe the defense will have to win it for him. Maybe he struggles. Doesn't mean he's a bad quarterback. I'm just saying that's just kind of a general take on young quarterbacks. They're going to struggle a little bit, at least one or two games, I would think. Maybe it'll be the Red River game. So we'll see. Experience matters, not at Texas. I disagree. Experience matters, and it does at Texas too. Nobody's sitting here saying that those young guys are just going to have it all together. We're just saying they're very talented, even though they're young. That's all I'm saying anyway. I want to see a whole new offensive playbook. I think you'll see most of a new offensive playbook.
Big Orange said he believes the hype, HEUP. Hey, I got to ask Big Orange, are you a member of the Fan Stop Shirt of the Month Club? Because they do have Tennessee. Tennessee is part of the ones that they cover. You could sign up for a Tennessee Shirt of the Month Club or tell all your Tennessee buddies about it, and they can still use code SURGE and get that 10% off. Daniel says, I'll just say, like Coach Spurrier said, if he was that good, why didn't he play? I don't want to hear yours was a vet. And now he's online. You're not going to play the better player. I agree. I was saying that Arch should have played some last year.
Do you think he was better than Quinn or no?
We'll know for sure this year if he was, Jay.
Hey, do you think – I've been watching this over the last few months, and I know he's different because his dad and his lineage – but it does seem like, man, you talk about a lot of like hype and pressure on a quarterback. Man, he's being kind of portrayed as like one of the best ever, according to Paul Feinbaum and others. And he might be, but it's a lot to kind of go in the season with, right?
Yeah. Modern Professionals talks about, it is going to be tough. Neyland's a very tough place to play. Platone said rumors floating around that Sark knew Arch was better, but Ewers told Sark he would transfer if he wasn't named a starter, and Sark wanted to keep both. So he made a, quote, deal and put Ewers in his QB1. Hey, who is their backup? Who's Texas's backup quarterback? I think someone asked that in the chat, Jay. I don't know who Texas's backup quarterback is. Hey, and I agree. Hey, thanks so much, Johnson. Appreciate the super tonight. The supers are open, and Jay Johnson had the call of just an elite call earlier, and now he's donating a super. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. I agree, 6-0 Chevy. He has done nothing. He's picked up a couple of fourth down plays on scrambles. He played in a couple games when Ewers was hurt and did some okay things, not like wooed you, wowed you. So it's a lot of hype. But we'll see. Talk is cheap if you can't back it up.
I agree with Sixville on that. He hasn't really. I mean, he played in a couple games last year, Mississippi State, and another one.
And by the way, Sark hasn't won the big game, Jay.
Not in playoffs, he has not.
They've lost some games.
He's
the
won
last
some
2
big
years,
regular.
End of games, they've lost with bad mistakes.
He's won some big regular season games, but
correct. If Mateer goes down, it's Michael Hawkins' team.
Yeah.
And I guess all I could say is at least Michael Hawkins has some coaching around him.
And he would be a lot more prepared than last year.
But we don't. I mean, that's not ideal at all. And that brings me to a wonder: how much are they going to design Mateer to run the ball, Jay? He's got tree trunks for legs. He's stronger than an ox. You can't take the runner out of him because then you're changing who he is. But you got to ask the question: how much do you want to design run plays for him? In a league where he's going to get pounded, not like the league he was in. A lot of things to consider, Jay, for Ben Arbuckle, for Buck, as John Mateer calls him, Buck.
Well, I don't think the design runs are the ones you worry about in that situation. It's the ones you take off. But you can't sit here and say, I don't think you can limit that. Think about this. The greatest quarterbacks in the last 15 years at Oklahoma all could move. I mean, Baker Mayfield was not a runner, but he was really good in the pocket, getting around guys. Jalen Hurts would run, Kyler Murray would run. And if you would have told them, hey, don't really want you running the ball much, it might have limited their play. So you can't go into the season, you can't go into a game saying that. He's got to play his game. It doesn't matter if it's SEC or Pac-12 or Big Sky, wherever it's at.
NIL Commission says opening up the north end for tailgating. Where? Sooners for Life answers the North Oval. That's where it will be, and I'm so excited about that. There was a question, or one of the questions, I think it was Mez that put it in here. No, it was Platone. If Platone was the OC, he'd start games with Mateer doing traditional pocket passing offense, but in second half, switch it up and let him run wild to throw the defensive curveball. Yeah, I mean, if he can run outside on some quarterback designs and up the middle, it's going to free everything up. I do know that. And if Javonte Gibson is really out of the boot and really progressing, and they've got body type like him to complement a Deion Burks and some others, that's better. I'm still really intrigued by the tight end position because they brought in some blockers, Jay. They brought in some blockers, and I don't know who their legitimate pass-catching tight end is. Caden Helms?
Will Huggins?
Aaron Tannick?
Will Huggins?
He hadn't caught many, Jay.
Hey, you know, is it going to be Gibson squared? Is it going to be Gibson and Gibson, the law firm out there? I mean, both those, they could play together. I'm excited to see it. But here's what I'm not ready for. I am super excited. We're 45 days away. I'm very excited. But you know what I'm not ready for is about a week before the first game. And if you go back to last year, the week before the first game, and then
I know what you're going to say.
What?
Depth charts.
No. And after the first game was the talk. And I know you remember, and the talk was, well, they were really vanilla. Seth Luttrell just didn't show much. I could care less about vanilla. Get out there, show everything you got. I don't care who you're playing first game.
Go Neapolitan, go banana split, do whatever you need.
Yeah, go run the annexation of Puerto Rico, all of it on first game. Hey. I don't want to see any vanilla. I want to see open it up, run your playbook, and get ready for Michigan. And I don't want anybody sitting there saying they're going to be vanilla.
We've just seen in the chat that Caden Helms is the sleeper, that Caden Helms is asleep, and that Caden Helms isn't podcasting. Is there hope? Is he Rip Van Winkle? Is he going to wake up and be this big-time player? Been quiet on the Caden Helms front. Been very hush-hush on the Caden Helms front. Maybe he's going to make some noise when he wakes from his slumber.
I like your voice there. You got kind of a
quiet.
Yeah, it's kind of calm, relaxing. You know what I was thinking we should do one night? Tell me if you think this would be cool. I kind of want to start doing it anyway. You ever seen those cold plunges?
Absolutely.
We should do a show from like buy one. What is that show with the heart that he does? You know, he gets in the cold plunge and has an interview.
It's something about ice.
Yeah. We should do it from the cold plunge. See if our opinions change.
Have you ever had an ice bath, Jay?
No, but I looked into it because I just turned a year older today.
Jay, they're brutal. They're brutal.
Why are they brutal?
They're free. Like, you're not really supposed to even go above the heart. It can damage you.
Oh, really?
Depending on how cold you has it, yeah.
It's not healthy. I thought they're real healthy.
They're good for recovery, Jay, for athletes.
But you got to do it in spurts. I think you're supposed to do it like every morning, aren't you?
Not a 45-minute live show from a cold plunge.
No, you'd have to be in and out. You couldn't sit there for 45 minutes. You'd be frozen, man.
Yep, Sam's has them on sale right now, Jay.
I'm gonna wait. How much? Hold up. I'm gonna look.
They're like $49. So my son was actually looking at one for recovery for running. He'll be a sophomore this year, and it's something he's looking at doing. Okay, now Jay, look at this right here. We actually, do you remember this, guys? Hey, you guys that are OG Sooner Surgeaholics, last year we did one till like midnight. Do you remember this, Jason?
I remember that. It's $99 at Sam's Club. I may go get one.
We did a show last night for about 3.5, 4 hours till midnight. And then after it got under like 100 people, we said we're getting off there. But yeah, that all-nighter, man, it's about time for me to watch Rudy and really get into football mode.
Yeah, I'm excited. When would we do an all-nighter? It'd have to be like
before the Michigan game, man.
Oh, I think you'd have to do it before the first game of the year, right?
No.
OU Texas would be a good one. OU Texas would be a good one.
All I know is tonight, with the callers that called in, Jay, I think it was 3-2, hype versus no hype. Was that what the accurate count was?
I mean, you had Johnson, no hype.
Sooner fan was no hype.
Colin was hype. Kevin was hype.
Fan stop was hype.
Was there one more?
I think I'm missing one, but maybe not.
Oh, I got to get it.
It could be tied. We need someone to break the tie tonight. Someone needs to break the tie. Call in 30 seconds. Believe the hype or not. I'll put it in the phone. I'll put the phone link in there right again. There it is. Call in and break the tie. It's 2-2 unless I left someone off. It's 2-2. Someone break the tie for the question of the night. Believe the hype? Yay or nay? And why? You don't want to do it before the first game. You sleep through Ohio State beating Texas. Now, I actually think if you're going to beat Ohio State, that week one's the week to do it because they've got a lot of changes, lots of changes on their team. But so does Texas. Now Johnson says Hope's 100% wrong, but we do have a caller. Sooner-thron is going to break the hype. 30 seconds. Going to break the tie here. Here we go.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
All right. Yes. Oh, I believe the hype. Last year was the perfect storm of a disaster. What the hell happened? Something happened. I don't know what the hell happened. I lost you.
You there?
Yeah, thought I lost you. I thought I lost you. I believe the hype. Last year was the perfect storm of just a disaster of a quarterback that, had so many turnovers, the injuries, all of our third and second string players playing. Those guys are still going to be backups this year. We have a quarterback and offensive coordinator that have been together for 3 years. And they just have to be good and protect the ball, and we'll get 9 or 10 wins because our defense is going to be elite.
There you go. There it is. No, I didn't lie, Mark. I thought I lost him. He said perfect storm and then went blank. But so that's 3-2 on believing the hype. Now, Sooner-thron's answers were truthful there too. They're facts. You really can't argue about either side. I mean, you can argue, you can debate it, but spitting facts across the board.
Yeah. Hey, I got trivia for tonight. You ready for it?
All right, bring it.
This, I think, is going to be, I hope it's not confusing.
Is it wishbone trivia?
No, I should have done a wishbone trivia.
Should have.
Do I need to change it to go wishbone?
No, that's right. Although the best wishbone fullback of all time was Lydell Carr. Don't even tell me there's anyone else.
Oh, there'll be people that argue. A 6-0 believer, the hype. Hey, I'm believing it. I just as the more closer it gets, the more I believe it. But it's a trivia question I got. What I want to know is OU's first game this year, Illinois State. I want to know the name of the mascot, not like for instance, it wouldn't be Sooners. I want the name of the mascot for Illinois State.
It's not the Salukis, Jay.
No. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So that's what I'm looking for.
Hey, I've got to address Johnson's comment here. Is this team the Ravens of 2001? Great defense and offense doesn't turn over the ball. I'm going to say something that – is that the answer, Jay?
Yeah, it looks like 918 got it first. Reggie
Of course
Redbird.
he did. I'm going to say something that a lot of people are going to disagree with because they always do.
Hey, that's like normal with you.
Listen very carefully. I would rather turn the ball over occasionally and have an offense that is making plays and having long touchdowns and scoring points than a team like what Johnson says with the 2000 Ravens, who just won by defense and had an offense that just didn't turn the ball over. I think that's what OU thought they were going to do last year.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen. I don't want that. I would like to have a high octane offense with firepower, even if it means turning the ball over.
Yeah, last year, do you remember if they got down by 7 or 10, it was like
it was over. You couldn't win.
I'm ready for an offense that can be put up some points too.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask another trivia real quick, just top of my head. Ready for this? You can maybe Google this one up too, but maybe not. I mean, you could, but I just want to know, if you watched a live show a few nights ago, you know this answer, but who wears number 21 for Oklahoma this year? Offense.
Yeah, it's not Xavier Robinson anymore.
What? Why are you saying that, Jeremy? Let them guess.
I'm saying it's not. Hey, Mark.
I know, but people were going to guess Xavier
Mark,
Robinson.
if OU does win 10-7, as long as they're winning, I'm okay with it. If they're winning, but
I've not seen the answer. There it is, 918. Manual choice. Manny choice.
Look at this right here. I love what Madrano says. Jackson Arnold fumbled the ball more than he threw for touchdowns. He's gone. Believe the hype. On that note, we'll end this. Guys, thanks for the calls, keeping them 30 seconds or less, giving us your takes. Thanks for the comments in the chat. Check out the fan stop at thefanstop.com. Even if you're a Tennessee fan, they got your Shirt of the Month club too. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow's Friday, another day closer to the opening kickoff, August 30th. Thanks for watching, Sooner Nation. We'll see you next time. Have a fabulous Friday. John Mateer's head and shoulders a better runner than Jackson Arnold. Believe the hype.